Welcome back to Sportsmanlike Conduct Podcast. I'm your host, Cassius Clee. We are back in the studios of Industry City, Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Ponix, what's up, my brother?
Good.
How are you?
I'm all right, man.
Sure?
I think so.
All right. Brother O,
Yo, I'm here, man.
you got any updates on the scores tonight?
No, I don't. But let me look it up for you.
I got him.
Chris,
Yes, sir.
what's happening?
Chilling, yo. Vikings is up 13-0 on the Bears. Atlanta is up 9-3 on Las Vegas.
And what does that do?
That's
For
gonna
me,
for
nothing.
you. That's gonna push you back one because I think you took. I believe you took Las Vegas.
Yeah, I might go 15-1 this week. It's still down
Sure about
20,
that?
like I said. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure.
It's going to set me back one.
You just put up 40 when you was down to
That's tough.
See the meat?
AJ,
Yes.
what's up?
What's up?
Caitlin Clark, Athlete of the Year,
Well deserved.
right? You know
Yeah.
who had a problem with it?
With this, no.
The Mystics owner. She said she thought that the league as a whole should have been on the cover of the magazine.
That's never been a thing.
Sounds ridiculous.
That was her
know.
opinion.
I do think the league is going in a great direction, but
Yes.
she earned that.
Sheila Johnson is her name.
Yeah,
The
she,
owner of the Mystics
Shout
said,
out to you, Sheila.
nah.
yeah, but like Caitlin Clark earned
Sheila.
that.
You have a quote from Caitlin Clark in
I
response
do.
to this. What did she say?
It is a pretty lengthy quote, but I'll just say half of it, the part that truly has people upset. She said, let me make sure I read this verbatim. She says, I want to say that I've earned every single thing, but as a white person, there is privilege. A lot of these players in the league that have been really good and have been black players, this league has kind of, let me stop. This league has kind of have been built on them. And the more we can elevate black women, that's going to be a beautiful thing. So basically, she accepted that she's an athlete of the year, but also tied it back to the players that came before her. And if we can elevate the black players that are in the league right now, it could push the league forward. Essentially is what she was saying.
She's getting great advice, great coaching.
Well, maybe
I don't
she's
think
a
that's even
person.
great coaching. I just think that she never got to. She addressed some of the stuff during the season, but like on the biggest platform she could have, I think that was very smart for her to do that at that timing.
Yeah, that's a great quote.
She's showing why she the one, man. She's showing why she the one, bro. It's a responsibility in being the one that she's stepping into.
Yeah, I think I was upset for a long time because I felt like she should have addressed it sooner. But I mean, everything happens in the right timing. This was the perfect time to do it.
I mean,
It's stamped. That's a quote from her. It ain't nothing that somebody said she said. Like that came out of her mouth. So it's
Yeah.
like, why not put it on the biggest platform? But people are mad about it. I mean, I'm gonna say white people are mad about it.
They are.
They're pissed.
Oh, wow.
Really?
They're saying that I think it was like a CNN
new?
interview with a couple people. They were saying like she didn't have to say that, and like she worked for that, and what is the league without her? People who don't watch it, obviously,
obviously.
because if her favorite player is Maya Moore, a black woman that came
the
before
GOAT.
her, the league literally wouldn't be the league without black women in it. Let's be very clear.
Absolutely.
Half of the league is black. So, yeah, it was a lot of controversy. It was like, she didn't need to say that. She don't have to say that. One day she'll realize that she could say all that and it'll never be enough. I'm quite sure that's all we wanted to hear.
Yeah, but there's a difference between America and America. That's very
Yeah.
much America, like without the A.
With 3 Ks?
Yeah.
I think they didn't want her to address the elephant in the
They
room.
never do.
So that's just where the hate came from. But
Because
from
why?
everybody else, nobody in the league hates that girl.
Nobody.
If anything, they happy because they're about to make more money because
mean,
of her.
Why peel back the curtain?
They might be happy now.
I don't think they were mad before.
Oh,
I
come
think
on.
In the
I don't think
beginning,
they were
not
mad. I don't
happy.
think they were mad before, but I do think they were discrediting the women that had been there before. And that's where the anger comes from. Because y'all not going to say, oh, the league is just like 10 times better now that she's there. Granted, she is on a good team and she's a good player, but let's not act like the players weren't good before she was there. Did it heighten the excitement behind it? Absolutely. But we're not going to discredit Asia Wilson's how she played before she was even there. We're not going to discredit Stewie before she was there. We're not going to discredit all these great players that have been in the league before her. And I think that's where the upset part came from players. It's like every interview we talking about my team and y'all bringing her up in my interview with me and my team. Like what are we doing? I think that's where the anger came from. I don't think nothing was ever directed toward her, but I think she got the backlash because of the hype was surrounded by the WNBA because of her. Don't think it was ever a personal attack on her. I think it's just people wanted the story to always be her when you're asking somebody else about that person and their team. That's like kind of ridiculous.
This is her quote, the owner of the Mystics. She said, when you keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings. This year, something clicked with the WNBA, and it's because of the draft of players that came in. It's not just Caitlin Clark. It's Angel Reese as well. We have so much talent out there.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
And Caitlin Clark could be the athlete of the year.
I definitely think she deserved athlete of the year. Like, it's not even just based off her WNBA performance. Like, she literally broke records in college. Like, people forgetting, like, she played in college this year, too. And she did a damn good job in college.
She had 2 seasons basically in 1 year.
She had 2 seasons. Like, people forget that aspect. Like, it ain't just for her performance in WNBA. She won Rookie of the Year. Like, she did some great shit this year.
If Caitlin Clark,
I just think that people get upset because people only attribute and talk about the WNBA when they bring her name up, and there's not other great people in it. I think that's where the upset becomes from.
I think that's a percentage. I don't think that's the whole situation. I don't disagree with that. I just feel like another part of I think y'all call it healthy hate, but it's hate nonetheless. I feel like because you guys are peers, especially in competitive sports, somebody getting love sometimes it makes you feel like you're getting discredited when it's not about you. I feel like there's a percentage of players or executives that feel like, hey, like, remember me too, but the story's not you. You feel me? And
it may be you, but not now.
Exactly. It's just not your moment. And I feel like more than we like to admit, that sometimes that's where people are coming from. Sometimes people want to say, hey, remember me, but we're not talking about you. So it's not that we giving this girl so much love, but it's her moment. If we're giving her a moment, right, we're giving her her moment. It's not, I'm not even, fuck what CNN said. Like, I'm not agreeing with them. That's BS, bro. But in the athlete of the year, I don't want to hear from somebody from the Mystics. You weren't the athlete of the year.
You're probably the worst team.
Nobody had. If somebody was going to speak, it should be somebody from the athlete. This is their moment. They got their one. I've been saying there's certain times where some people are the sun. She's the sun for the timing. I'm not even saying that it's, she deserves. Bro, if they appoint you, they appoint you. The reason why I respect her even more so is because now when you do have the platform and this is your chance to let people hear what you stand on, you bigging up other people, that's where the love comes from. Sometimes it's not going to come from the CNNs. Sometimes it's not going to come from all these other people. Sometimes the person that they idolizing and they can't wait till she say the next thing. All right, cool. When I say this, I'm showing you that not only am I gonna be the son, quote unquote, on the court, but outside I'm gonna do my due diligence to grow the league as well. So I feel like, if anything, her quote stamped her for being that. It stamped her for being the person that because this is your biggest moment. She could have bloviated. She could have just been full of herself, and she didn't do it.
You think she should have been athlete of the year?
Compared to...
There's no comparison.
I mean, the context is on the cover of Time magazine, which is not really a...
Well, yeah, if it's
Sports
Time,
Illustrated,
it's not Sports Illustrated. So, yeah, of course. She transcended a sport for this year. So she's well deserving of that. Like, she brought eyes that normally weren't there this year. So
exactly.
She brought something to the table that wasn't basically around. Not that she's
doubled, bro.
Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like she's the best basketball player we ever saw. She could be in some people's eyes if they didn't see much, but of course, she paid homage to the people before because, listen, if she was the best player we ever saw, it would have showed out on the court how
much better she was.
Yeah, how further along she was than everybody else. But it didn't. But she definitely got the eye. She definitely transcended college sports.
For sure.
And it just traveled on a couple of months later. She lived on the hype of playing 2 months apart in seasons. She just finished college and then went right into the NBA right away. So that, she deserved that. I would never say anything that she didn't deserve that. Athlete of the Year for Time Magazine is different from Athlete of the Year Sports Illustrated.
Listen, you made Trump one person of the year, so.
Yeah.
Big Chris.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going to ask, I'll let you go, but
Go ahead.
in this article I'm reading, the Mystic owner also said she doesn't want it to be about race, which
Which
means
it's
you're
not
making it
possible.
about race.
and that's the
it's
thing,
not
yo.
actually possible to not make it about race.
Listen, as I'm sitting here thinking about this whole situation, and I shout out to Caitlin Clark, yo, because she's handled herself very well during all of this, because there came a time where I felt like she was almost weaponized by certain people, because throughout history, they've always wanted to find that great white hype to try to basically still, take the shine back from the great black athletes out there. She could have played along with all of that the media and that the public was trying to do with that, but she didn't. She didn't play that game. She's not playing that game even more so now. She's going back and saying, "Listen, I'm paying homage to the people that came before me."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't make it about race. You got to leave that out of it. She did her thing. She played great. She did her thing in college. She did her thing in the WNBA. She brought a lot of viewership to a league that needs it, a lot of attention to it. So I think it's well deserved.
Yeah.
Also in the magazine, she addressed the Olympic situation, and she was saying that she didn't want to be on the team if she didn't earn it, and she don't want to be on the team just for viewership. Because everybody was like, she should be on the team because she gets so much views and da-da-da-da-da. And she was like, nah, I want to be on the team because I earned it, not because of you want me to be a cash cow just to be able with people to watch it. So I definitely respect that answer too, because if you didn't earn it to be the spot to be on the team this year, you just ain't earn it.
Yeah.
As simple as that. Y'all wouldn't give it to nobody else just to give it to them.
She did handle herself well, though. After that Olympic break, she came back. She kind of settled in.
Yeah.
Got a second win.
Yeah, for sure.
And just her level of play really accelerated. I know we all had a little problem with her in the beginning, like my man Dirk. What's up, Dirk?
But again, it was never her. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Dirk, but it was never about. It was never her. She never came out and was like, "I'm the greatest." It was, again, the certain people trying to prop her up. You know what I'm saying? And trying to pit her against what was already established. So
exactly. I mean, somebody like me, it made me dislike her, but it wasn't her. It was them that was propagating the madness and the divisiveness and stuff like that. So it makes you dislike her, but it was never really about her. It's about what they were doing as a whole.
I think because it was never her, but she never addressed it in the moment. And I think that's when I was like, okay, if you're not going to say nothing and this is being tied to your name, I think you should say something. But I mean, she said it in the right time and when she felt comfortable to say it, where she could sit down and make a full statement for herself. So I'm not mad at that, but I definitely feel like she should have said something sooner.
I agree. Because
if somebody's playing with your name and putting racist stuff with your name, I got to say something. That's as a white person, the one thing they don't want to ever be tied to is being racist. So if I was white, I'm gonna say something. But I mean, she did it in her time and she did it how the way she wanted to do it. So I respect her for that.
Yep.
The effect is still carrying on. You see the commercials with the games that's coming on in college, women's college basketball. You got Paige going up against
Oh yeah. From Notre Dame.
Yeah,
I think her name's Hannah.
They're gonna try and keep this thing going.
Yeah. Paige is definitely number one pick.
Paige Becker is brilliant. Right? Yeah, she wild.
Yeah.
They got the formula now.
Yeah, they got it. Everybody's paying attention to college, women's college basketball.
It's
and
entertaining.
They got some players coming up.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
They got some
you know who
players
Sheila
coming up.
Johnson is?
A billionaire.
She was married to Bob Johnson. Yo, you know when they got a divorce? She married the judge that presided over that presided over her divorce. Dead ass, bro.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Those some great facts you're coming with that. Huh?
I just thought I'd throw that out there. son.
Obscure facts you got going on.
That's like
Hold
I'm gonna
on,
divorce
hold
you.
on. Bob Johnson,
By
ex-wife,
founder of BET. They co-founded. Let me
Right.
get that right.
divorced. And
Divorce, and after her divorce, she married the judge.
the judge, white or black?
He looks white. Could be wrong, but that's how he looks.
Wow.
Like I'm confused with her. I don't know if she's white or black either. So
Married the judge.
the judge
That's-
that presided over
That's interesting.
their divorce.
How'd you come up with that fact, man? That's
Hey,
pretty
man.
good, man.
When you look up somebody, all their info is out there when they're famous.
All right, man. So, Caitlin Clark, Athlete of the Year, Time Magazine. AJ, you say well deserved.
Well deserved.
Chris, you say well deserved.
Well deserved.
Oh, you say
Definitely deserved.
Onyx, you say well deserved. All right. I say
No?
yeah.
You say you don't like women's basketball? Or what?
No. I'm not Chris, yo. I'm not Chris.
You're gonna edit that out.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Thanks, Dirk. AJ, Big Chris,
Yes,
Brother
yes.
O, Ponix.
Rudy in spirit?
Yeah, Rudy. Rudy, get your picks in, man. Stop playing around with Chris, man.
Sportsmanlike conduct.